Hey there, my name is Aaron Martineau, chairperson of the Selkirk and District Community Foundation. This year we gave out 84 grants totaling $415,000, with some of those grants being given to organizations in the Selkirk, St. Andrews and St. Clements area that promote inclusive community. For some, the term inclusive community may just mean accessible walkways or entrances, but it's much deeper than that. In our area, there are dozens of organizations that make life a little bit easier for the people in our community. And while we wish we would have talked with all of them, we talked to 4 organizations that are very different in their services they provide, but they all provide support to those that need a little bit of help.
So those who haven't met me, I'm Tristan Drylick. I'm the Mental Health Resource Developer at the Canadian Mental Health Association. I'm very thankful for the contributions that the Selkirk District was able to make. They actually helped us close the gap for our online learning hub, which is basically a collection of mental health resources and wellness training education modules that we get to present digitally now. Like many agencies, I'm sure your agencies have been impacted by COVID. We recognized early on that we needed to pivot and still provide meaningful training to folks in the community. Covering the whole Inner Lake Eastern region, we know that travel can be a big barrier for some folks. So now we're able to connect right in folks' homes, but also in an accessible way. And what better way we thought than to do that with an online learning hub. And what we're really proud of is that we managed to, pull from all the great trainings that the community has to offer. So we're not just showcasing our trainings, but we're showcasing the trainings that, other great agencies, whether it's the RHA or Growing Years, we created a central registry where folks can come in and sign up for those trainings. It brings accessible education, hopefully it brings some mental health awareness to everyone. And so we're talking and we're learning and we're getting more empowered about mental health education in the community.
I'm Lori at Hearthstone Community Group. I'm the general manager here. I certainly appreciate what Tristan said in regard to accessibility in the community. As you know, our project was a Dodge ProMaster wheelchair van because we were caught in a bit of a limbo between our huge bus that everyone had to have a class 4 to drive and the wheelchair vans, which nowadays are not cutting it for our people that are aging in place and home. And this has also enabled us to partner with Saint Amant to bring people out of institutions because they're joining us in our brand new house over there by the golf course. You can probably see it going up there. And one of the reasons Saint Amant was interested in coming out to Selkirk was because people with intellectual disabilities are welcomed in Selkirk, where they do become very known in the community. They're out and about. They're everywhere. Every place is accepting and accessible. I don't think you find that in every neighborhood, and so that was really good. And we're also very excited to be able to bring our people in wheelchairs back to another program that Selkirk and District Foundation helps support, and that's our dog program. Our people in day program with intellectual disabilities also get to play with dogs all day.
Honestly, you had me at dogs, to be honest. But yeah.
We have everybody at dogs, that's the point.
Yeah.
They just love it. We've had it going now for about 4 years, and it's one of the best things that we do. So,
I'm Heidi Fingus. I'm the Director of Student Services with Lord Selkirk School Division. We applied for funding to support our skills classroom. It's to support students in what we call the Tier 3 area or the Tier 2, peak of the iceberg students that really need one-on-one support. Having a skills classroom has allowed the clinicians to work with some of the students that the school may not feel as confident to work with, and we're looking for extra help on whether it's sensory needs or mental health. Even trauma and depression and anxiety affect how a student might be able to function in their school and learning environment. We really appreciate the opportunity of being able to have access to all different types of resources. It went from music, instruments like bongos and the piano stepper that you can stand on, to like a gaming machine. It's called the Mightier. It reads the heart rate. When the heart rate goes up, it stops the game, and then you have to learn how to engage on breathing activities or something to bring that heart rate down before you can go back into the game again. And a Zen Den, where there was sort of a calming area, a sensory place. We felt that having them a place for them to be able to practice skills that was safe and looked inviting, that they could transfer then back into their learning environment so that they're more inclusive in their learning throughout the school, right into their classrooms and with their friendships, with their friends.
I'm Shirley Grierson. I work with Artists in Healthcare Manitoba. It's been a registered charity since 2001. And the whole purpose of the charity is to integrate the arts into healthcare. So we have our biggest programs are live art in hospital donation program, which, for example, brought close to 100 Indigenous works of art to Selkirk Mental Health. Basically, we're all about art, music, and patients. Whether it's residents in long-term care or in palliative care or cancer care, the presence of somebody playing music for you when you're isolated in healthcare, especially now, is really important.